God's chosen ones, these 8 prophetic signs reveal you are born for a higher calling. Dear chosen ones, take a moment to pause, breathe deeply, and let go of any distractions. Open your heart and mind as we embark on a journey designed for those who seek deeper truths and a life of divine purpose. This message isn't for everyone. It's a light meant for those whose spirits resonate with a calling that transcends the ordinary. Consider this question: what does it truly mean to be chosen? How might I recognize that my path is divinely guided? Throughout the Bible, we see countless examples of God setting individuals apart, calling them to fulfill a purpose far greater than they could have ever envisioned for themselves. Think of David, a humble shepherd boy, overlooked by many but chosen by God to be the future king of Israel. What unique qualities did God see in David that others missed? And what about you? Could you be carrying a similar sign, a mark of divine purpose that others may not yet recognize? If you feel a stirring in your spirit as you read these words, know that you are about to step onto a path of revelation and self-discovery. Today we'll explore 8 distinct signs often seen in the lives of those chosen by God. As we uncover each one, I invite you to reflect on your own journey, to search within yourself, and to recognize the ways in which these signs may resonate with you. You may find that they reveal truths you've sensed within your heart all along, signs that point to a divine calling and a purpose uniquely crafted for you. If you're ready to commit to this journey, type 777 in the comments as a symbol of your commitment to embracing the path set before you. Together, let's delve into these powerful signs, allowing each one to illuminate our understanding and draw us closer to the truth of who we are, God's chosen ones. This sign is carried only by the most powerful chosen ones. Sign 1. Unexplainable synchronicities. Let's begin with one of the most captivating signs that often marks the lives of the chosen ones: unexplainable synchronicities. These are not just coincidences, they're moments that seem too deliberate, too meaningful to be random. Chosen ones experience these synchronicities with startling frequency, and when they do, they can't help but feel a deep sense of awe at how the universe is working behind the scenes to guide them. Have you ever had a moment where you were thinking about someone, a long-lost friend perhaps, and just as those thoughts crossed your mind, your phone buzzed, and there they were, reaching out to you after years of silence? Or maybe you found yourself encountering a strange symbol or number over and over again, in the most unlikely of places, only to later discover that it carries a deep spiritual significance for you at that very moment. These are the kinds of synchronicities that chosen ones experience regularly. They are far from random. They are divine nudges, a sign that something larger is at work. Synchronicities like these are more than just occurrences. They hold messages that often reveal themselves in ways that are impossible to ignore. Take a moment to reflect. Have you ever experienced something like this? Perhaps you kept hearing the same quote or phrase from a sacred text in different circumstances until one day it clicked. The words suddenly resonated deeply with a challenge you were facing, offering clarity or insight into a decision you needed to make. In the Bible, we see examples of this divine guidance all the time. Remember the story of Paul in Acts 9? Saul's life was interrupted by a divine encounter, a vision on the road to Damascus that changed the course of his life forever. His experience wasn't just a coincidence, it was a spiritual synchronicity that led him to his true purpose. What if you too are being nudged toward something far greater than you realize? Think about the times when you've met people seemingly by chance, people who just so happened to have the exact knowledge, skills, or experience you needed at a pivotal moment in your life. It's as if they were placed in your path for a reason, and in hindsight, their appearance seems too perfectly timed to be a mere coincidence. These moments are not accidents, they are divine alignments, that show you that you are being led on a path with purpose. God's hand is in every detail, even the seemingly random encounters. As Proverbs 3:5-6 reminds us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." If you find yourself experiencing these meaningful coincidences more and more, it's worth reflecting on the possibility that you are tuned to a higher spiritual frequency. The universe, or perhaps more accurately, God, may be guiding you toward your greater purpose. These synchronicities are like breadcrumbs left by the divine, gently leading you down a path toward greater understanding and fulfillment. So ask yourself, how many times has a coincidence felt like more than just luck? How often have you felt that something greater was guiding your steps, even when you couldn't explain it? Pay attention, because these synchronicities are not mere chance. They are signs that you are walking a path of divine purpose. Sign 2. Heightened empathic abilities. Now let's explore the second sign that often marks the lives of chosen ones: heightened empathic abilities. This is not simply about being kind, a good listener, or even feeling sympathy for others. For chosen ones, this gift goes far deeper. It's an ability to tap into the emotions of those around you on a profound, almost psychic level. You might walk into a room and instantly sense the mood, whether it's joy, sadness, anxiety, or tension, without anyone saying a word. It's as if the emotions of others are not just perceived but felt within your own body, as if they were your own. This heightened empathy can sometimes feel overwhelming. Imagine being in a crowded place and suddenly feeling a wave of anxiety wash over you. Or you might be drawn into someone's deep sadness without even knowing why. It can be draining and confusing, especially when you are absorbing emotions from multiple sources at once. Have you ever experienced a moment where you felt inexplicably overwhelmed by emotions that weren't yours, only to later realize someone close to you was going through a difficult time? This heightened sensitivity to emotions is often a characteristic of the chosen ones who are called to serve others through their deep understanding. In the Bible, we see God's chosen ones displaying empathy in profound ways. One example is Jesus, who demonstrated a deep sense of compassion toward those around him. In the Gospel of Matthew, we read about how Jesus, seeing the crowds, had compassion on them because they were harassed and helpless, like sheep without a shepherd. Matthew 9:36. He didn't just see their external struggles, he felt their pain deeply. As a chosen one, you might find yourself embodying that same deep compassion, sensing the hidden struggles others carry, and being moved to act in a way that offers them comfort or healing. But this gift is not limited to humans alone. Many chosen ones experience an equally profound connection to animals and even plants, sensing their needs and emotions in a way that others might not fully understand. Perhaps you found yourself rescuing a stray animal that no one else would help, or feeling an inexplicable connection to a plant that others have neglected. This connection, while extraordinary, can also be difficult to explain. It is a deep, almost spiritual bond that allows you to sense the pain, joy, or needs of creatures and nature around you. It's as if the very pulse of life itself speaks to you, urging you to care and nurture. Yet this ability comes with its own set of challenges. With heightened empathy, it can sometimes be hard to separate your own emotions from those of others. The weight of other people's pain can leave you feeling drained, and sometimes you might even question whether the emotions you're experiencing are truly your own. This is especially true in emotionally charged environments, where your empathic abilities may be heightened to the point of exhaustion. After social interactions, you might feel the need to retreat to find a quiet space where you can recharge and reconnect with your own sense of self. However, with practice and awareness, this empathic ability can become a powerful tool for healing and understanding. As you learn to differentiate between your emotions and those of others, you can harness your gift to help and heal in meaningful ways. Many chosen ones are naturally drawn to roles in healing professions, whether as counselors, caregivers, spiritual leaders, or healthcare workers. Your ability to deeply understand and connect with others on an emotional level makes you an invaluable source of comfort in a world that often feels disconnected. In the book of Isaiah, God speaks to his chosen people about being a light to the nations. I will keep you, and will make you to be a covenant for the people, and a light for the Gentiles. Isaiah 42:6. As a chosen one, your empathic abilities can make you a beacon of compassion, drawing others toward healing, understanding, and love. Your deep ability to empathize with the struggles of others allows you to step into their lives, bringing comfort and peace in ways that others may not be able to. Reflect for a moment. Do you find yourself absorbing the emotions of those around you? Have you ever felt an overwhelming sense of empathy that seems to transcend normal human connection? This heightened sensitivity could be a sign that you are carrying the unique gift of empathy, meant to serve others in ways that are often beyond comprehension. Like Jesus, you are called to be a source of compassion, to bear witness to the pain of others, and to offer solace through your understanding. As you continue on your journey, remember that this gift, though it may be challenging at times, is also your strength. It connects you to the suffering and joys of others, allowing you to serve as an instrument of healing and compassion in a world that desperately needs it. How might you use this powerful gift to make a difference in the lives of those around you? As you embrace your empathic abilities, you step deeper into the role you were destined to fulfill, the role of a healer, a comforter, and a guide. Sign 3. Vivid prophetic dreams. Now we move on to one of the most fascinating and mystical signs that chosen ones often experience: vivid prophetic dreams. The realm of dreams holds special significance for those who are spiritually awakened, and these dreams are anything but ordinary. They're not just fleeting thoughts or easily forgotten images that dissolve upon waking. Instead, these dreams are intense, colorful, and saturated with deep, symbolic meaning. You might wake up with a sense of awe, feeling as though you've journeyed through another life, another reality, during your sleep. These aren't dreams you can shake off easily. They stay with you long after you open your eyes, as if they carry a weight of purpose or divine insight. For the chosen ones, dreams often feel more real than reality itself. Have you ever experienced a dream so vivid that you woke up disoriented, unsure whether you had truly been somewhere or had lived through something? Perhaps you dreamt of a place you've never seen before, only to visit it months later and feel a strange sense of déjà vu, as though you had been there before in a past life. Or maybe you dreamt of having an in-depth conversation with a loved one, and then, in a remarkably synchronistic moment, you have that very conversation in real life. These types of dreams carry not just vivid imagery, but messages, warnings, or even divine guidance about what is to come. In the Bible, we see God using dreams to communicate with his chosen people. Joseph, for example, received a dream that foretold his rise to power and the eventual reconciliation with his brothers. Genesis 41. His dreams weren't just random images, they were divine revelations of his future. Similarly, Daniel interpreted dreams for kings, giving him insight into the future of nations. Daniel 2:9-23. These examples show how dreams can serve as powerful tools through which God reveals his plans to those who are chosen. But these prophetic dreams don't always appear in such obvious forms. Often they are wrapped in the language of symbols and metaphors, requiring careful reflection and spiritual interpretation. For instance, you might dream of a storm, a chaotic and turbulent image. At first, you might dismiss it as just a random dream, but as time passes, you might find yourself going through a period of emotional turbulence or internal conflict in your waking life. Similarly, dreaming of flying might seem simple, but it could symbolize a coming period of freedom, release from burdens, or a significant spiritual elevation. This is the language of dreams for the chosen ones. It's not always about the literal elements, but rather about the deeper spiritual meanings behind the images. God often speaks in parables and symbols, and dreams are one of the primary ways He communicates His will to His chosen people. In Acts 2:17, God promises, "Your sons and daughters will prophesy, your young men will see visions, your old men will dream dreams." This is not just about ordinary dreams. It's about prophetic visions that are designed to guide and shape your future. In many cases, these prophetic dreams are so vivid that they seem to break the boundary between the spiritual and physical realms. You might find yourself meeting spirit guides, angels, or even departed loved ones in your dreams, receiving wisdom, comfort, or direction that feels more real than anything you've experienced in your waking life. These encounters are a reminder that your spiritual path is not just limited to what you can see with your physical eyes. The spiritual realm is actively engaging with you, offering you clarity, strength, and insight through your dreams. Some chosen ones even experience lucid dreaming, a state where they are aware that they are dreaming and can actively shape the direction of the dream. In these moments, they might be able to ask questions or seek guidance directly from their subconscious or spiritual guides. Lucid dreaming, while a fascinating and sometimes mystical experience, can also be a powerful tool for self-discovery and divine revelation. As you reflect on your own dream life, ask yourself, have you ever had a dream that felt exceptionally vivid or meaningful? Have you experienced dreams that seem to guide you toward future events or offer you wisdom in times of confusion? If your dreams are becoming increasingly vivid and meaningful, it may be a sign that your spiritual gifts are awakening. Just as Joseph and Daniel were able to interpret dreams that carried deep spiritual significance, you too may be receiving messages through your dreams that hold the key to understanding your life's greater purpose. These dreams are a bridge between the physical and the spiritual, a realm where the divine can offer direction, comfort, and even warnings. If you're receiving these types of dreams, take the time to reflect and pray for understanding. They may be pointing you toward an important revelation or shift in your life. Trust that God is guiding you in these moments, offering you the clarity and insight needed for the path ahead. The next time you have one of these vivid prophetic dreams, remember, it may be much more than just a dream. It could be a divine message meant specifically for you, guiding you on your spiritual journey. Sign 4. Ability to communicate with spirit guides. The fourth sign of the chosen ones leads us into one of the most profound and sacred aspects of the spiritual journey, the ability to communicate with spirit guides. This connection is not about seeing ghosts or hearing random disembodied voices. Rather, it involves a clear, two-way communication with benevolent, non-physical beings who are dedicated to guiding and supporting your spiritual evolution. As a chosen one with this ability, you might start with a subtle sense that you're never truly alone, an intuitive knowing that there is a presence around you offering support and guidance, even if it's not immediately visible. At first, these spiritual communications may be subtle, perhaps only in the form of fleeting thoughts or an unexplainable feeling of being observed. But over time, these impressions become clearer and more distinct, often evolving into direct messages or specific guidance. These communications can manifest in different ways. You might receive thoughts that feel like they aren't your own, as if your mind is being gently guided by an external influence. This isn't the same as having random thoughts or daydreams. Rather, It's an awareness that the guidance comes from a source beyond your immediate consciousness. In addition, you may experience vivid imagery during meditation or moments of deep contemplation, where specific symbols or images arise, carrying a profound spiritual message. Alternatively, you might feel physical sensations, such as a sudden chill, warmth, or a sense of pressure, all of which have specific meanings related to the message being conveyed by your spirit guides. This form of communication can often feel like a loving exchange with a higher realm of consciousness, where you are receiving divine wisdom that transcends your earthly understanding. As a chosen one, you may also realize that you're not limited to just one guide. You might find that multiple spirit guides surround you, each with its own unique energy signature and area of expertise. Some guides may remain with you throughout your life, providing consistent support and protection. Others might come and go, appearing only when you need them most, such as during specific life challenges or transitions. These guides are not there to take control of your life or dictate your choices. Rather, they act as mentors, helping to reveal your inner truth and to direct you toward a higher purpose. The Bible speaks about spiritual guidance and the importance of receiving wisdom from God and His messengers. In John 14:26, Jesus promises that the Holy Spirit will guide His followers, saying, "But the Advocate, the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, will teach you all things and will remind you of everything I have said to you." This is a promise that aligns with the communication chosen ones experience with their guides. It shows that divine guidance isn't just for the past, it is ongoing and present to assist us in every moment of our spiritual journey. The Holy Spirit's role, much like a spirit guide, is to help illuminate the path ahead, provide insight, and inspire decisions that align with God's will for your life. If you're a chosen one with this gift, it's important to approach this ability with discernment and caution. Communication with spirit guides is sacred, and like any gift, it must be used responsibly. Your guides are here to support you on your journey, not to control your actions or make decisions for you. As with all gifts, there is a responsibility to ensure that your actions and choices align with spiritual growth and the greater good. This means cultivating a sense of grounding, staying connected to your faith and to the earth, so that you can tell the difference between your own thoughts and those of your guides. It also involves continuous self-reflection and an open heart to receive the wisdom shared with you. Matthew 7:7 reminds us, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened to you." This verse aligns with the experience of chosen ones seeking communication with their spirit guides. You might begin by asking your guides for signs or insights, and as your connection deepens, you will receive clearer answers and more specific guidance. Many chosen ones find themselves naturally drawn to spiritual practices such as channeling, mediumship, or spiritual counseling, not as a means of seeking attention or fame, but rather as a way to help others. Even if you don't pursue these abilities professionally, you may notice that people are drawn to you for guidance and wisdom. You could be the one who offers support and clarity during others' emotional struggles, using the insights you've received from your guides to assist in their journey. However, this connection requires consistent spiritual discipline. Your guides are always ready to help, but you must remain open and humble, committed to your own spiritual growth. This ability to communicate with spirit guides isn't about power or control. It's about serving the greater good and learning from those who have walked the path before you. It's a sacred partnership between the physical and spiritual realms, one that can offer immense clarity, purpose, and peace. As you reflect on your connection with the spirit realm, ask yourself, do I feel that I have guides or a higher presence helping me along my path? Have I ever felt the presence of a spirit or received insights that didn't come from my own mind? If these experiences resonate with you, it may be a sign that you are a chosen one, deeply connected to the spiritual world and entrusted with the wisdom of the ages. Trust in the guidance you receive, and remember that you are never alone on this sacred journey. Sign 5. Ability to see auras. Our fifth sign is one that often catches many by surprise, leaving them both amazed and sometimes a bit startled. The ability to see auras. Auras are the subtle energetic fields that surround all living beings, and while they're invisible to most people, those with heightened spiritual sensitivity, like the chosen ones, can perceive them. If you are one of the chosen, you may find yourself noticing colorful halos or outlines around people, animals, and even plants. These aren't physical colors, they are energetic imprints that reveal the emotional, physical, and spiritual states of the beings around you. At first, you might dismiss these strange visions as mere tricks of the light, or perhaps wonder if your eyes are playing games with you. However, as the experience becomes more frequent and vivid, you'll begin to recognize patterns in these colors, each one carrying a message about the person or object it surrounds. For instance, you may start to observe that individuals who exude calmness or peace often have a soft, tranquil blue or green aura surrounding them, while others who are feeling anxious or ill might have darker, more murky colors, like a faded gray or even a sickly yellow. In some cases, you might notice that specific colors correspond to certain emotional states or health conditions. A person with a bright, vibrant yellow aura might be in a particularly joyous or creative phase, while someone with a muted, dull color may be going through a period of emotional distress or spiritual turmoil. This ability provides a window into understanding people on a deeper level, beyond just their words or actions. The ability to see auras doesn't always come fully formed. For many chosen ones, it develops gradually. You may begin by sensing the energy of people and environments, feeling a shift in atmosphere when someone is upset or in pain, but without seeing the colors themselves. Over time, as you become more attuned to your spiritual senses, you might begin to see those colors more distinctly. Some chosen ones report that the auras appear to them as vivid, multi-layered fields of light, while others perceive them as more subtle shifts in the air around a person, almost as though the energy around them vibrates with a certain frequency. This ability, though powerful, comes with both blessings and challenges. It can offer profound insights into others' well-being and give you the clarity to understand the emotional and spiritual needs of those around you. Many who possess this ability are drawn to healing professions, where they can use their unique gift to assist in emotional or physical healing. For example, a chosen one might naturally be drawn to roles in counseling, energy healing, or other spiritual practices, as the ability to perceive auras allows them to connect with others on a deeply empathic and intuitive level. However, as with all spiritual gifts, this one has its challenges. The world is full of energies, and in crowded or emotionally charged spaces, the constant influx of auric information can become overwhelming. It can be difficult to walk through a bustling crowd when each person's energy is visible to you in such vivid detail. In these situations, you might feel mentally drained or emotionally exhausted, especially if you're constantly absorbing the emotions or energies of others. This is where grounding techniques become essential. It's important to regularly ground yourself in nature through meditation, or even by focusing on your physical body to maintain balance and avoid being overwhelmed by the energy around you. In the Bible, we are reminded that God has given each of us special gifts for the good of others. In 1 Corinthians 12:4-11, Paul speaks about spiritual gifts, saying there are different kinds of gifts, but the same Spirit distributes them. There are different kinds of service, but the same Lord. There are different kinds of working, but in all of them, and in everyone, it is the same God at work. Just as the Holy Spirit grants wisdom, healing, and discernment to those who are called, seeing auras can be seen as a manifestation of a spiritual gift meant to deepen your connection to the world around you and guide you to use your abilities for the greater good. For the chosen ones, this ability to see auras can serve as both a blessing and a challenge. It offers incredible insight into the emotional and spiritual health of others, but also requires practice and awareness to manage. If you're beginning to notice these energy fields, it may be a sign that you are awakening to a higher state of spiritual consciousness. As you deepen your connection to your inner self and the divine, you will learn to use this gift, not just to observe, but to heal and help others along their journey. If you find yourself regularly perceiving the auras of others, ask yourself, what do these colors mean? How does the energy I perceive align with the emotions or states of the people I encounter? What can I learn from these energetic impressions to help myself or those around me? The more you tune into this gift, the more you will understand its significance in guiding you on your spiritual path and fulfilling your higher calling. Sign 6. Inexplicable physical sensations. Our sixth sign brings us into the realm of the physical body and its connection to spiritual energies. Chosen ones often experience inexplicable physical sensations that seem to have no apparent cause. You might feel sudden warmth or tingling in your hands or feet, especially when you're in a meditative state or thinking about spiritual matters. Some chosen ones report a feeling of pressure or tingling in their third eye area, the center of the forehead, or at the crown of their head. These sensations aren't just random bodily quirks, they are often indicators of energy movement or spiritual awakening. For instance, a tingling spine might signify the activation of Kundalini energy, while warmth in the hands could indicate developing healing abilities. You might also experience sudden chills or goosebumps, especially when you're in places with strong spiritual energy or when you're receiving important insights. Some chosen ones describe feeling like electricity is running through their body during moments of spiritual connection or revelation. These physical sensations can be subtle or intense, fleeting or prolonged, and may occur during meditation, while you're out in nature, or even in the middle of everyday activities. The key is that they don't have a clear physical cause and often coincide with moments of spiritual significance. It's important to note that while these sensations are usually harmless and even beneficial, they can be disconcerting if you don't understand what's happening. If you're experiencing these phenomena, it's a sign to pay attention to your body and its connection to spiritual energies. These sensations are your body's way of confirming your spiritual experiences and guiding you toward greater awareness. The next time you feel an unexpected rush of energy or a tingling sensation in your body, pause and reflect. What moment is this? What is the message behind this sensation? These physical sensations are an invitation to tune in more closely to your spiritual self and the world of energy around you. They are not to be feared, but welcomed as signs of your awakening to a higher spiritual frequency. Embrace them as part of your unique spiritual journey. Sign 7. Frequent encounters with repeating numbers. As we journey into the seventh sign, we find ourselves stepping into the fascinating world of numerology and its deep spiritual significance. Chosen ones often report experiencing frequent encounters with repeating numbers, commonly known as angel numbers. These numbers appear to them with such frequency and precision that they can no longer be dismissed as mere coincidences. You might find yourself checking the clock at exactly 11:11, Noticing the number 333 repeatedly on license plates, receipts, or even page numbers of books you're reading. These occurrences seem to happen at just the right moments, when you need them most. But what do these repeating numbers really mean? In the Bible, we see that numbers often have profound symbolic meaning. For example, the number 7 symbolizes divine perfection and completion, as seen in the creation story of Genesis. Similarly, the number 3 is significant in Christianity, representing the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. The appearance of repeating numbers may be seen as a way for the universe or divine forces to communicate with you, offering guidance and reassurance at pivotal moments in your spiritual journey. Each number sequence carries its own unique vibration and energy. For instance, the number 111 is often associated with manifestation and new beginnings. If you see 111 repeatedly, it could be a sign that your thoughts and intentions are beginning to align with your divine purpose. Similarly, 444 is believed to signify protection and encouragement, a reminder that your spiritual guides are watching over you and offering their support. These numbers aren't just random, they're believed to be messages calling your attention to something greater happening in your life. As a chosen one, you might notice certain number sequences appearing to you more frequently than others. These personal number sequences are thought to carry messages specifically meant for you. For instance, you might see the number 555 right before you're about to embark on a major life change, signaling that transformation is near. Or perhaps you'll spot 222 when you're feeling uncertain or conflicted, reminding you that balance and harmony are on the way and that you are on the right path. The key is recognizing these numbers as divine communication, not simply coincidences. When chosen ones experience these patterns, they often occur at pivotal moments in life, during times of decision-making, self-reflection, or moments of doubt. You might find yourself seeing a particular sequence just before making an important decision, or at a time when you need reassurance that you're on the correct spiritual path. These numbers serve as gentle reminders from the universe, confirming that you're aligned with your higher purpose and gently nudging you to pay attention to your thoughts, actions, and surroundings. In Romans 8:28, we are reminded that all things work together for the good of those who love God, who are called according to His purpose. If you're experiencing frequent encounters with repeating numbers, it could be a sign that God is orchestrating the events of your life to bring you closer to your spiritual destiny. These numbers, like divine breadcrumbs, are meant to guide you toward deeper understanding and greater alignment with your soul's mission. Over time, many chosen ones develop an intuitive understanding of these numerical messages. You might even find yourself naturally drawn to explore numerology further, seeking to decode the deeper meanings behind the numbers you encounter. As you grow in awareness, you might begin to understand that these numbers are more than just patterns. They are part of a larger spiritual dialogue between you and the universe. They reflect a divine rhythm, and when you start to recognize this, you'll begin to feel more connected to the flow of the universe and to the messages being sent your way. It's important to note that while these repeating numbers are often linked to spiritual awakening, the key to their significance is not just in the numbers themselves, but in your awareness and interpretation of them. What is the universe trying to tell you when you repeatedly see the number 888 or 777? Are you being guided toward a deeper understanding of your own divine purpose? Are you being reminded to trust in the path laid out before you? These numbers, when noticed and understood, become a form of communication, an invitation to listen more closely and attune yourself to the messages the universe is sending you. If you find yourself consistently noticing these numerical patterns, take it as a sign to tune in more deeply to the messages the universe is sending you. These numbers are not just a coincidence, They're a spiritual tool, a form of divine communication guiding you on your path. Trust the process and allow these numbers to help you grow in spiritual awareness and alignment with your higher calling. Sign 8. Strong connection to nature. The eighth sign of the chosen ones is a profound connection to nature, a relationship that goes far beyond the simple enjoyment of being outdoors. It's not just about appreciating the beauty of a forest, the peace of a flowing river, or the serenity of a mountain range. No, for chosen ones, nature feels alive and intertwined with their very being. Have you ever noticed how you feel more energized and at peace when you're surrounded by trees, plants, or even just walking barefoot on the earth? This deep sense of vitality is a reflection of the sacred bond that chosen ones share with the natural world. The beauty of nature is no longer something to be admired from afar. It becomes a living, breathing force that speaks directly to them. Imagine walking through a quiet forest, and you suddenly feel drawn to a particular tree. You feel as if the tree is communicating with you, offering wisdom or comfort. It's not a feeling of imagination, it's something deeper, almost instinctual. In these moments, it's as though the very energy of the earth resonates with your spirit. Some chosen ones report experiencing sensations like these frequently. A simple walk outside may result in intuitive knowledge, such as sensing when it's about to rain, or noticing changes in the plants around you without having any obvious reason for it. Have you ever walked past a garden and suddenly felt a surge of energy from the flowers or trees, almost as if they recognized your presence? The connection to nature goes beyond simple intuition. It can be a spiritual calling. The Bible speaks of the intricate relationship between creation and the Creator. In the book of Genesis, God creates the earth and fills it with life, calling it good. Genesis 1:1-31. There's a divine interconnectedness between humanity and nature that chosen ones often feel more acutely. As it says in Romans 1:20, "For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, His eternal power and divine nature, have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made." For chosen ones, this scripture comes to life in their experiences. Nature isn't just scenery, it is a reflection of the divine, and its messages are clear to those who are attuned to it. Do you ever find yourself feeling deeply distressed when witnessing environmental destruction? Perhaps seeing pollution, deforestation, or species extinction causes a physical ache in your heart. This is a common experience for chosen ones, who feel an emotional responsibility for the planet's well-being. It's not just about protecting the environment for its own sake. It's about protecting a living, spiritual entity that nurtures and sustains life itself. How often do you feel this urge to act? Whether it's volunteering for environmental causes, gardening, or even simply reducing your waste. These feelings aren't random. They are part of your soul's calling to nurture and protect the earth as a spiritual duty. Moreover, the connection to nature often manifests in extraordinary experiences. Have you ever had a bird land near you, or felt the calming energy of an animal when it approached? Chosen ones often experience a magnetic pull from animals, sensing a deeper bond that goes beyond a mere passing interaction. You may even be able to soothe an agitated creature simply by being present, providing comfort without words. Is it not inspiring to think that the natural world sees us not just as inhabitants, but as caretakers, healers, and partners in its growth? Another profound aspect of this connection is the ability to feel and sense the natural energy that flows through the earth. Some chosen ones report sensing ley lines, ancient invisible lines of energy that wind around the planet, connecting sacred sites and landforms. Have you ever walked through a certain area and felt an overwhelming surge of energy, as if the ground beneath your feet was alive with power? This is a sign that you are attuned to the earth's energies. understanding its pulse and vibrations. This deep connection to nature also influences your spiritual practices. Do you find that your meditations are more profound when you are outside, sitting under the shade of a tree or by a flowing river? Many chosen ones report that their spiritual practices feel more aligned and powerful when they are surrounded by nature. Natural objects, such as crystals, leaves, or feathers, often hold special significance, becoming tools for healing, growth, and connection to higher realms. Have you ever felt an inexplicable pull toward a particular stone or tree branch during a meditation, sensing that it was a key part of your spiritual journey? Finally, chosen ones often feel called to work with nature in some way. You might not be in a profession directly related to environmentalism, but you likely find ways to incorporate the healing powers of nature into your life, whether it's cultivating a garden, working with natural herbs, or simply spending time outdoors to recharge your spirit. Nature becomes a vital part of your spiritual existence. In a world that often feels disconnected and fast-paced, the presence of nature serves as a constant reminder of our deep interconnectedness with all of life. It grounds you in the physical world while also offering glimpses into the spiritual realms. This connection to nature isn't just a pleasant experience, it is a divine calling, a spiritual path that the chosen ones are uniquely attuned to. How are you honoring this connection in your life? Are you listening to the wisdom of the earth around you, or are you too caught up in the busyness of life to hear its message? If you feel this connection, it is a sign that you are walking a spiritual path, one that sees the sacred in every leaf, every breath, and every creature that walks alongside you. Conclusion: not all chosen ones will experience every sign, and having one or more doesn't automatically mean you're chosen. These signs are simply guideposts on your spiritual journey. If you resonate with many of them, take a moment to reflect. How can you honor these gifts and use them to bring light to the world? Which of these signs stood out to you? Maybe you've experienced something not mentioned here but still feels spiritually significant. Every experience matters on your path. If you're feeling overwhelmed, that's okay. Spiritual awakening can be both exciting and challenging. Be kind to yourself and trust that you're on the right path, even when things aren't clear. Your spiritual journey is uniquely yours. Trust your intuition, stay open to guidance, and don't hesitate to seek support when needed. Whether you resonate with one sign or all of them, you're exactly where you need to be. Thank you for reading. If you found value in this message, please like and share for more. Until next time, may your path be filled with love, light, and wisdom.